frequent misperceptions about Reg A Plus that I want you to be clear on before we go further. One is that you have to do an IPO. Absolutely not the case. You do not have to list your company anywhere, okay? You don't have to do an IPO. You don't have to list it anywhere. If you do choose to list the company on an OTC market, then you are only obligated to have an annual US GAAP audit, 6 monthly management financials, annual GAAP audit. If you are not listed or if you're listed on the OTC markets, if you go to the OTCQX, they will want quarterly management financials, but it's still one US GAAP audit per annum, which is, let's face it, a very lightweight obligation compared to having a PCAOB audit. Tier 1 is a mistake, really. I'll get into mistakes later on, but Tier 1 is a waste of time in almost all cases of Reg A Plus. You are allowed to, the flexibility in a Reg A Plus is something that people aren't aware of. You know, I don't recommend people do it for less than $4 million because of the expense and the workload involved. But you can go into a Reg A Plus with a given need and expectation and increase the size of the raise that you make during the raise, as long as you establish a large enough maximum. So I'll talk more about that later on. But the sort of misperceptions that people have, though, is it okay if we're pre-revenue? Yes, it is. Do I have to have a company history of 8 years? No, you don't. To do a Reg A Plus, right? How big, you know, do I have to have a cast of thousands, you know, 12 executives and 200 employees? No, you don't. Really what it comes down to is that early stage companies can have great success using Reg A Plus when what they're doing is very attractive. And of course, the caliber of the people involved is strong, and the technology or the product is strong and has barriers to entry, etc. So it isn't necessary to be a big company already. It is necessary to have some money to pay the cost of doing it, and I'll get into what it costs and things later. But biotech companies, let's face it, you know, if a biotech company's already got FDA approval, then if their product's successful, they've already, you know, they're already gigantic, or they're about to get bought out. The companies that we see in Reg A Plus are the ones that are a bit earlier on. You know, they're preclinical, they're in most cases, and it's okay to do that. You know, if it's appealing enough to the investors, it doesn't matter that it's going to take some time to get through the FDA process in order to go to market.